Hey guys, welcome back to the Cubist MTG. And today, I don't really know what we're doing. Wanted to apologize for missing a video on this Thursday, trying to stick with a 5-day recording schedule. However, we had a tripod malfunction where my cheap tripod that I had for overhead shooting decided to break on me, so I had to go out and find another one. But I have a new one, and it is much, much better. Hopefully you guys can tell just by the angle that we're at. But I figured we'd just jump in and kind of just talk a little bit about my vintage powered cube. Now, a little bit about it. I have a Dex Protection, nice little deck box here. This is the first one I ever bought that wasn't like crappy cardboard like we have our Cubist MTGs, and usually I rock this guy. But decided to step it up because we're going to do some videos and stuff. So Dex Protection is a website, and to be all honest, the only reason I ever saw it was because creepy Facebook showed me Dex Protection, and I was like, oh, those look really nice. And they're kind of expensive, but I will say that I did find a coupon code for a good percentage off, and they use UPS shipping in the US, so it came in 2 days. So that was a good plus. I'm definitely going to rock these as long as I can get them cheap. They do have like a 2 set, so it's like 2 road with some storage. I'll probably get that one next and transfer the powered cube into that. And another announcement, we will be starting a pauper cube. And from the votes that I saw, we're probably going to be doing a legacy cube. So those are the 2 cubes upcoming. Another thing I would talk about is my sleeves. Now, ever since I started playing Magic in Standard, I've always used these Ultra Pro sleeves. The plus is you can get, for about $10, 200 of them off Amazon. So they're very nice. They shuffle really well. I really like the way they feel. The downside is if you hit them just right in the light, you can see, I don't know if you can catch that, right through the back of the thing. So you can see what's on the other side of this. And that's the only downfall of it. But honestly, if you're just playing with friends, these are not bad. I did recently try, back in the day I had some dragon sleeves, and they just felt like they like stuck together when you shuffled them. But now they have sleeves that are like the Ultra Pro mats that kind of shuffle really well. Probably should get like a black set or something for these dual-sided cards, but that's something we'll talk about in the future. And another thing that I just wanted to kind of address, I've seen some posts recently about how to shuffle your cube, and I just wanted to go over a little bit about how I do mine. So for me, I usually grab a big stack, and I just shuffle everything as best as I can together. Some people talk about sorting by rarity. Some people talk about sorting by color to making sure you have even distribution. For me, I just like pure random. It makes for more interesting decisions. Like if you know that you're going to get rares and mythics, and you're definitely going to get a green in this pack, you can kind of tell what other people are drafting, and that really kind of takes away some of the surprise. Like my thrill is being able to open a pack and just be like, wow, I cracked the Black Lotus, that's so lucky to get one. Or have interesting decisions, like if you open a pack with a Black Lotus and a Mox and something else, you're like, wow, maybe I should pick that over that. So what it makes for interesting drafting. But for me, I just kind of shuffle everything into piles, create separate piles, and kind of do that. This video just kind of really doesn't have much structure, but the other thing I want to talk about is how I keep lands and a project that I'm working on. So I just have basic lands, and I keep about 200 of them on side. That way people can just draft with them. But one thing I've been taking under tow recently is getting tokens ready for my cube. So while I'm doing some of these grid draft playthroughs, I'm trying to like play the cards and realize I don't have tokens, I don't have dice, and I really want to I don't like to bling out my cube. I don't like altars, I don't like foils. I just like the plain stuff. And for me, having this as my bling right here is being able to, play a card and have a nice looking, goblin to throw down, or coming in and, having Worm Coil Engine and making sure that I have the Worm Coil tokens ready to go, or, throwing down treasure tokens and having the actual treasure tokens for it. I think it just brings the game level up a little bit and makes your friends really feel like they're playing something special. I also want to talk about Cubist MTGs. Really love these things. I think that they're worth the money that you can spend. There's a few places that sell them. I've seen them on eBay before, just people selling like sets. I know Card Kingdom has random ones, but if you go right to their website, you can get a pretty decent set of 25, and it costs around $50 with shipping, which kind of sucks. But these really take it to a next level, because when you can crack packs like this, it's awesome. And that's exactly what we're going to do. To test out the new setup here, I'm going to throw down a first pick here for you. Got a random 15 cards vintage powered cube, and we're going to take a peek. All right, we have Never Return, which is pretty good. I like these dual cards. I especially like when they have the text like this. I wish this one was rotated as well, but other than that, I really like that. The card's pretty good for destroying creature or a planeswalker, and we'll throw in a couple little things too, because over here I actually have a card that I'll talk about why I cut this from my deck, and I have this right here, which is destroy target creature or planeswalker. Now I understand that Hero's Downfall is an instant, so being able to get that surprise in is fun, but it is cards like this that have the adaptability that I prefer, and is why Hero's Downfall got cut out of the cube, and Never Return stays in the cube. But anyways, we'll keep continuing on. Ashiok, which is, if you saw my must-haves, this is one of my must-haves in the cube. I like the mill aspect of it, and I think that a 3-drop planeswalkers just always have a place in my cube because they're very strong. Pyretic Ritual. This is also kind of a controversial pick. People like it for Storm, but honestly, the Storm that we play in Vintage Powered Cube doesn't even rely on rituals, so some people cut that. I like to keep it in. Winter Orb, with the nasty old art. Really like this card. Creatures and artifacts, with having a nice artifact deck, you can really get pumping on that, where you don't have to worry about not untapping your land, so that's nice. This card, which I loved, I remember getting my first box was Shadowmoor, and Tattermung Maniac just was a great card. Really good for beats. It's flexible at red and green. It's not a bad first pick if you're going into red. We also have this Hazoret, really good too. Indestructible is huge in this. We'll keep her on the sidelines. We're not going to say no to her just yet. Search. This is great with those treasure tokens we took a look at before. I don't know how I feel about this card just yet. Haven't played it too much, but we have a lot of instants and sorceries that can, find enchantments, Enlightened Tutor kind of thing, and then if you can burn through your deck pretty quick, you can get to your combo a little faster. Bird's Paradise, love that card. I actually am going to the Niagara Falls Magic Fest this week because it's close. I'm going to be searching out for a 7th edition Birds of Paradise because I want to get rid of this proxy and I want to put in the 7th edition Birds because that was one of my first cards. Mana Confluence, amazing card. I love these pay life to get exactly what you want cards. It is my favorite. Lined right up, we got Rakdos Cackler, which is also really good. I like the flexibility of these split cost cards because, you can play it in a black deck, you can play it in a red deck, you can play it in either, and it turns out to be pretty good. Looking at this pack so far, we might be on our red deck wins. We got 3 nice pieces right there, so maybe. Remand, which is one of my favorite counter spell cards. Can almost get that in there. Mesmeric Fiend, great disruption. He gets a little jealous of that freebooter because he has flying, but this is the OG. I remember playing Torment, and it was amazing. Draina, okay card. Not sure if I really love that as a first pick. Sanctum Fastland, love it. Not a first pick. And then we have Thalia, which is great. All right, looking at this, a couple things we have going for us is we have the red. So we have these awesome red cards. Chances are that one of them come through for us to pick is huge. I don't know. I like Hazoret, but she scares me a little bit. I mean, she has 5 damage for 4, which is good because she has haste and she's indestructible. Scares me a little bit, though, because these guys will come around definitely. Not a lot of people like to pick that red. It's kind of like an ignored deck. I do like Thalia here. I think that she could be good, and if we rotate or if we come and get a Winter Orb, that's a good combo together. Love Ashiok. Birds of Paradise might be good. The thing is, if you pick Birds of Paradise, what is coming around that you're going to want again? And I don't know if you want anything. Mana Confluence, maybe. Botanical Sanctum, probably. Remand, maybe. So I don't know. It would probably be between me and in this pack. It would either be Ashiok, Birds of Paradise, Mana Confluence, Thalia, or Remand. These would be my top. These ones can all go aside. We don't care about them anymore. Remand, if you want to go heavy control or just want to stay open in blue. Thalia, if you really want to go heavy control, you might be able to, you know, take Remand and wheel Thalia. So that would prioritize him over that. Mana Confluence, if you just want to stay open. Really not anything superstar in that pack. Birds of Paradise, if you want to go big green. And if you want to get crazy, go Ashiok. If I had to get rid of one, I'd get rid of Ashiok. If we're looking at these four and you twisted my arm and I had to get rid of one, Confluence is gone. Birds of Paradise, gone. Remand or Thalia, if I have to take it, I'm going Remand. This is my pick right here. But again, guys, appreciate you putting up with me missing a video, trying to stay on that 5-day-a-week put out schedule. I know it'll be easier once I get the Pauper Cube, and once I get the Legacy Cube, I'll be able to, you know, switch apart. Probably have like Legacy Tuesdays and Pauper Wednesdays, and then just keep cranking these out. But appreciate everything, guys. If you have any comments or concerns, please hit them down below or just email me. Please subscribe and help me with the channel. I appreciate everything that you guys do for me, and we will catch you tomorrow for our First Pick Friday. Thanks, guys.